Well, hello there guys, this is Casual Kiwi and welcome back to Modsauce 2. This episode I want to carry on and show you how we have got on with our Mekanism reactor, but I have got a bit of a warning. The frame rate is absolutely terrible. It's probably going to drop to like 10 or 15 FPS when I get over near the reactor. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick tour of the build, and then I will probably cut away and adjust some things. I'm going to have to remove some stuff to try and get the frame rate to come back up. But what we'll do, we'll have a quick tour, and then I'll probably remove that, and then we'll come back and we'll fire the beast up and get some power running. So here we go anyway, see how this works out. I haven't tried recording with the frame rate, so even my house looks all glitchy and horrible. Crikey. But here we go. We have got our reactor in here. We've got our laser array all set up into our laser focus. This guy here, laser amplifier, not laser focus. And that guy is all fully charged. We've got a bit too much power, to be fair. I think I've got enough power in there to fire it up 3 times. But we're going to waste all that in one hit. Just a block here with a redstone lever on it so that we can fire this guy into the reactor to start it up. So this is the reactor. It's all built. We've got some windows. We've got some, what are they called? They are called reactor ports for importing our gases, which we have. I think that is deuterium. Oh, hang on, we'll get rid of any I. Just to get rid of any I, you hit O, by the way. But yes, deuterium. That one's a bit of a hard one to pronounce on the side. So we've got our bulk storage here, which we're having a bit of a funny thing with. Once I put this condensator on this side, my barrel stopped filling, which is rather odd, and I don't know why it would do that. I'm pretty sure that if I remove this conduit, then this barrel's going to carry on filling. So not sure what's going on there, but it's happened on both sides. I've just got these barrels here to give us some extra storage, basically, of our liquids. These are, and then I'm decondensing it back into a gas to go into the reactor. And this one here is our liquid tritium. So we've got a butt ton of everything, really. So we've got our solar evaporation towers. We've got 6 of them, and 5 of them are producing brine. And then they are all pumping into this guy here, which of course is empty of everything because it produces lithium faster than we can supply it with brine. Supposedly the ideal ratio is 10 to 1. But I didn't really need to go that bad because this is going to be more than enough fuel to keep our little reactor running. We don't need millions and millions of RF per tick. So that all comes down here, and we have got, as you can see, a bedrockium drum that is slowly filling with liquid lithium. And that's doing its thing. And then this comes along to a rotary condensator, which turns it into a gas. And then we have the chemical crystallizer, which has just got a constant supply of a stack of lithium dust for any crafting that we may need. Okay, so then that guy there takes the liquid lithium in an ultimate pressurized tube, and that runs it along the bottom of these solar neutron activators, which of course don't require power because they're solar, and feeds it into them. And then out of that, you get your deuterium. I can't pronounce it. Tritium. You get your tritium. And the tritium then goes into... You don't need to do this. You could just pump it straight into the reactor, but I wanted the buffer is the reason I've got the drums. So yeah, it goes into there. Then I'm re-gasifying it and pumping it into the reactor. So all well and good. I've got my tesseract hooked up here. I'm hoping that that directly connects to the reactor and can pump straight to my storage cell downstairs, my energy cube, which is nowhere near big enough, by the way, but it's all I've got for now. We're going to have to go and make the Mekanism energy cube in a later episode, but I sort of wanted to get this out of the way and go ahead and remove some of the stuff, because I'm at... Standing here when I'm not moving, I'm at like 20-25 FPS, which is pretty bad. So hopefully I can remove some of the stuff. What I did notice is I had, I think maybe 12 of these solar neutron activators down and the ultimate pipes, and then when I put the extra 4 down and the extra pipes, all of a sudden the lag spiked big time. So I'm hoping that by removing some of those, the lag will disappear and I can just leave everything here. If not, I'm going to have to probably disconnect all of that side of it from yeah, from probably here onwards, just this chunk in the middle, and move it either way out in the desert or into another dimension, maybe an RF Tools desert dimension somehow, and rebuild it there, and then of course into the drum and use a tesseract to teleport it back, or an ender tank actually would do the trick, wouldn't it? But that's the sort of plan at the moment. So hopefully just reducing the numbers of these neutron activators will drop that lag down, because I'm kind of sick of it. But anyway, let's go ahead and we'll quickly sleep. We'll head back inside and quickly sleep. And it's not being too bad, like 25 FPS, it's almost bearable. Things are a bit bleh, they don't look terribly nice, but it's almost bearable for recording. It'd be much better if we're up in the hundreds again. That's what we've dropped from. We've dropped from like 120, 150 FPS to 25, so it's certainly not looking terribly flash. Okay, so inside the reactor here, we've got the control port on the top, which is where it has to be, in the center. We have this guy called a holrum, is what I'm going to call it, and now it requires stored DT fuel. So DT fuel is what happens when you combine the tritium and the deuterium, or whatever the other one is, inside this guy here. What is it called? A chemical infuser. So it gives you DT fuel. But if you can pump DT fuel directly into the reactor, but it is wasteful. It uses it very, very fast. From what I've read, because I've never done this before, from what I've read, it is much, much more efficient to pump the two separate chemicals, straight into the reactor and let it mix itself. But you do need the chemical infuser to create a little bit of DT fuel, just so that you can fill these holrums, because they are what you use to fire the reactor up. So you need to place one of them into the reactor casing. You need to charge one of these guys, the laser amplifier, up to 400, I'm guessing it's like mega RF. But it's a lot anyway. I'm not sure of the units between, because this is in joules. I'm just hoping I have enough. I've got 1.25 gigajoules, which seems like a frick ton of power. It's like 1.2 million RF or something like that. So it should be more than enough. I think it's 400,000 RF is what you need. Oh, geez, I'm on the spikes. Cracky. Oh, my blood. Okay, so I think that's about everything. The other thing I didn't show you, sorry, is this guy here. To get the deuterium, you need a couple of electric pumps, and then inside those guys we've got some upgrades, which are the filter upgrades with heavy water. Now that produces heavy water, sends it to the electrolytic separator, and that from there produces the deuterium. That is a horrible word. Deuterium. Okay, I'm not going to say that anymore. I've said it enough. It produces that. We turn it into a liquid yet again, into the drum, and then we're returning it back into a liquid, into a gas, sorry, to go into the reactor. Okay, all well and good. Let's make sure our tesseract is set to send energy on Kiwi Power. Nice. And we should be all set to go. Let's flick this lever and see what happens. Oh, we're down in a hole. Alice in Chains there for you. I want to be able to see through this glass here. And 3, 2, 1. That didn't work. Why did that not work? Why did that not work? I'm sure that should have worked. I'm pretty sure that I can just... two. That didn't work. Oh, no, it is. It's producing 65 kilojoules a tick, by the looks of it. It's got 0 DT fuel. Yep, it's heating up. It's working. Okay, plasma. Awesome. So, oh, yep, that laser's still running. Why can't I see the cool graphic going on inside there? There should be a cool graphic. And that Wolfram thing should have disappeared. But we are getting RF. We're getting I'm not sure if this is working. There should be a graphic inside there. I'm wondering whether my laser's just pumping power into this guy. I'm not too sure. I'm going to cut away real quick because it's gotten really laggy, 10 FPS, and I'm going to make sure this is working, and I will come back in a moment. Okay guys, I'm back. I was hoping to sort of get my FPS up a little bit before I started recording again, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. So basically, I've gone away and charged this guy up again, and I have checked the wiki, and by rights it should only need to be at 1.2 gigajoules to be able to fire this guy up. We have got it set to pulse. We have got a, ooh, the lag is real. We have got a lever set on the top, set to off, and we have got, whoa, that is terrible, a hole from inside. Okay, we're down to 10 FPS. Something is really not going well. So what we're going to do is I'm going to catch fire in the laser, and I'm going to try and fix this FPS, and I'll be back momentarily. Okay guys, I'm back. I can't figure out what's going on, so we're going to quickly just do this. It is 2.25, and boom. That didn't work, did it? It didn't pulse. It didn't pulse. Why not 2.26? Why is it not working? Okay, I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna try and fire this. Ooh, what am I standing on? I'm standing on the spikes. Oh, crikey. Okay, I'm gonna figure this out and I'll be back. Okay then guys, I'm back, and we managed to get it to work. Basically what I needed, I put my concrete block back underneath, and I let this guy charge right up to, what was it? It was 2.0 gigajoules. It was just above the half there, and then we needed this set to low, and we fired our lever and it went off. I think it was low, might have been on high, I can't remember. I was fluffing with things, and then all of a sudden we had this cube in here. So I'm not 100% sure on this dang laser amplifier thing, but I'm pretty sure it was just the fact that we had it over that halfway line in the gigajoules, which was 2.0 gigajoules, or whatever that is. And now it's up and running, so we are getting huge amounts of power. We have got, is that 4 billion RF? Or is it 400 million? It's 400 million RF stored in this bad boy already. It's only been running for probably a minute. The fuel, it's not really eating an absolute ton of fuel. We'll go down and check the barrels in that in a second. The heat there, the heat's slowly winding up, very, very slowly. How many Kelvin there? Million Kelvin? So 99 million Kelvin is the casing heat and the plasma in there, doing its thing. We'll drop down and we'll see how fast it's chewing through this fuel. That's the liquid. So not that fast at all. Our machines are keeping up with it quite easily. Okay, so I have got some upgrades in these machines. I've got 4 speed upgrades and 4 energy upgrades in this guy. That's going up. So that drum there is going up. Our other guy is not, because I managed to decrease the lag. We have got a little bit less lag by removing these pumps. These pumps are what were causing the issue with the heavy water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them away anywhere, basically, the mining age, something like that, and I'm going to set them up and transport heavy water via an ender tank. And I can probably set up a heap more of them if they're going to be nowhere near our base, and get ourselves a bunch more heavy water, which is great. So I'm going to go set that thing up at some stage, but so that there should be going down, which it is, relatively quickly. Yeah, pretty quickly actually that one's going down. So we may need to set up that heavy water relatively fast. But everything's doing what it should. That one there, yeah, because it's not getting anything going into it, obviously we're losing deuterium. So what we might do is duck away and and fix that at some stage. I'm not too concerned about it. If it runs out, it runs out. I'm not really too sure how you turn this guy off. I have a feeling that you just disconnect the gas pipes, I guess. There's no actual on-off switch, and you have to put another whole room in there and then restart it with those stupid blue and lasers and all that stuff. And the other silly thing is we don't have anywhere near enough power storage to store all this energy. So something I have been sort of looking at doing down in here is some capacitor banks, but we're not going to do those today. There's a couple of little things I want to work on. We want to grab this guy here, the warp book, which is a book and a nether cube. Yoink, you sir. And then I'm not 100% sure how this guy works. Yoink. There are no pages. Shift right click to add a bound page. So we're going to make that. Oh, okay, so bound pages. So how do we make those? Don't need that. We want to make a bound page. Oh, or a bound page? No. It's from the warp. Warp. Oh, here we go. Unbound warp page, deathly warp page, and potato page. Harness the awesome power latent within a potato. May or may not produce a crater. So we want those. So we need some Eye of Enders. We'll grab some of those. Yoink. And hopefully we've got some paper. We do. An unbound warp page. So we'll grab a few of those. 6. And then we should, I'm guessing, be able to... No? Okay, so can we... Aha! Did I just bind all of those to here? I think I did. Shift right click and then yoink. Warp to waypoint. Ah, okay, yep. So I did. I just bound them all to here, but that's fine. So now if I right click, warp to unknown, we need ender pearls, I think, is what we're missing there. I'm pretty, too far. Pretty sure that you need to have ender pearls in the book. So we'll grab a stack of those. No, not there. Shift right click. And then in there? In there? No? I may have to research this a little bit more. I'm pretty sure it does something with ender pearls. Warp to waypoint unknown. Nope. Okay. Oh, well, we'll figure that out at a later date. I'll have to research that and get it tested. But there is another thing I wanted to craft today called the Lumium stick. What is it called? It's from Practicalities. Practicalities. It is this guy here, the luminous rod. Now, I'm not sure how this guy works, so we'll crank one of those up, a shimmering star. And then just a blaze rod, we should have one of those. The luminous rod from Practicalities. Nice. So, by rights, we should be able to use this guy to place invisible lights. So if we were to take that down, oh, beautiful. This is perfect. Goodbye, torches. It looks like it's placing invisible torches, to be fair. It is. They're just invisible torches. Okay, so that's fine. I don't care. It looks better than it did. And we'll quickly whack F7 up. We've got a little spot there, so if we were to whack one up there. Very nice. F7 be gone. They do have little particle effects, but that's fine. We can probably turn those off. Nice. Handy little thing. What else was I wanting to crack on with today? Seeing as we now have ultimate power, let's carry on and get some NG cubes crafted up, because capacitor banks, I mean. Right, so what I needed to make, I think, was with the vibrant capacitor banks, I needed to learn to autocraft the vibrant crystals, didn't I? So vibrant, I've made a bunch of vibrant alloy in preparation for this. So yoink, we want to learn that one, like so. And then we want to learn that. Okay, so we can do that by grabbing one of you, turning Z into nuggets, like so, yoink, and then we should be getting pretty close. So they are both molecular assembler recipes, which is almost full. That and that. What else have we got? Get rid of that. Vibrant. That guy. Those are set. Those are set. So it is just like so. So we need to make some capacitors. A couple of those. 1, 2. Oh, 2. Yoink. Oh, we're missing gold. Okay, so we need to learn how to make gold nuggets. So gold. And then we should be able to pump out and autocraft some capacitor banks. Yoink, yoink, like so. Put that in the molecular assembler, like that. Then we needed, can we craft from here? I think we can. Octadic, we want 2 of you. Next, start. And what else did we need for vibrant? We needed one of those guys. We'll just take one, eh? Easy as that. And then we should be able to do that. And flunk. Lovely. Now, we can shove that into the molecular assembler as well. We're going to move that and we're going to put it beside something that doesn't correspond with anything else it's crafting. And we should be able to request some vibrant capacitor banks. If we can request 10, say, we're missing glowstone and some ender pearls. So the glowstone I can't get. We'll go for, well, I don't want to get, I think is more to the point. Oh, what am I doing? If we do 4, we can do 4. Okay, jolly good. Start. And that should get us crafting some stuff. Nice, we've got glowstone, we've got gold nuggets, we've got all sorts of things getting crafted up. And that's going to give us, what is that going to give us? The vibrance, that's going to give us another 100 million in storage, isn't it? Like 25 million each, I think, I want to say. 25 million each. So it gives us 100 million. We're still going to be quite a bit shy, aren't we? Quite a bit shy. How's it coming along? Oh, it's crafting all the alloys. Crikey dick. A lot of alloys. That's going to be a while. Stored 1, crafting 49. It's going to be quite some time. We've got octadic capacitors in our alloy smelters here, but they're still not terribly fast when they're crafting these alloys. So, we'll go and see how our fuel's going. Oh, it's night time. Quickly sleep. Oh, it's so nice to have some frames back again. They're still not terribly good, but they're better than they were. Our drum hasn't turned grey, so that's a good start. We've still got 731 buckets, so it's, yeah, it is disappearing, but we've got enough to last a little while. But I think that's probably where I might end it, guys. I might end it there with that big blue and sfaxy cube spinning around in there. I know this has been a little bit messy, but I'm going to go ahead and make some capacitor banks, throw them down to store some of this power, and I will see you next time, where I hopefully have a little less lag. By the way, don't forget to share and hit that like button, all those good things. Thanks, and I'll see you again.